What up, nation? Welcome to another edition of the Wise Take NBA DFS First Look. CK013 here. You can find me on Twitter at CK_013. Of course, I'm from the Wise Take Nation, which you can follow on Twitter, also at Wise_Take, or visit us directly at the home of the Wise Take Nation, wisetake.com. It's November 1st, start of a new month, feeling good. Already had one takedown in October. Looking to get one more early. You know, we like to do it early. We did it early, so I'm thinking that's the trend. Coming off of a 3-game slate where there's 2 slates in a row I really didn't do well. Just being honest. 2 slates in a row I really didn't do well. Not okay, none of that. Just very, just made like wrong decisions. Choosing Reddish over Bembry, choosing Jackson Hayes over Okafor, little things like that I think, they're kind of 50-50 balls, and if you're right about it, you could really do some damage, and when you're wrong about it, though, it could hurt, and, you're going to get those wrong every now and again. Everybody is. It's just the way it goes, but stick with the process in tournaments, and we're going to do well. It's just how it goes. It's a long grind. It's daily fantasy sports, but it's the course of an entire season. It becomes a grind. Chipping away at it every day until you finally get those big pops, and that's what it's all about. That's GPP life, ladies and gentlemen. NBA DFS GPP life. That's what that is. With that said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notifications bell. We do a lot of free DFS content on this channel for various sports. I wouldn't want you to miss out. And if y'all could do me a favor and continue to like these videos, if you could like this one right now, those really help us out. Those go a long way. You guys have been great with that. No complaints. You guys are killing it. But we need to keep them coming, and I'm going to ask for more because we need more. So let's get as many likes on this video as possible. And let's go ahead and dive in to this 8-game slate. Pretty solid. 8 games is solid. We've had a lot of 3-game slates. We've had some massive like 10 to 12. It's nice to have a little bit of an 8. It's kind of that mid-tier. You can reach a lot of the things you want to reach, but you don't feel like you're going to have to like overstretch. So a couple notable things about this slate. The chalkiest game on the board should without a doubt be this Houston-Brooklyn game. James Harden's $11K, which on DraftKings still seems too cheap for his upside, but we understand he has a new role here with Westbrook, who is absorbing some usage. Some. Not even all the time. Westbrook is under 10K. He managed to reach that triple-double threshold despite starting off like really terribly. He was able to bounce back, and that's kind of been the case. If you look at all the games this year, he seems to be not too far off from what he was doing in Oklahoma City at the end of the day. So it's all a matter of if Brooklyn can keep it close. This game has the highest total on the board by far. It's got like a 240. We know the Rockets are one of the fastest teams in the league this year. They're just playing extremely fast pace. The total in this game is 240.5. I think the next closest is 225. And that was kind of the case with the Washington game. So this time, being that there's less games on the slate, I think more people will be focused in on this game, thinking that they want to catch it again. I certainly think I'm going to want my exposure to it as well on both sides. As a potential game stack with Kyrie Irving, you're hoping you can keep this game close. Karis LeVert, another one of their key players, but that'll be one game that's pretty pivotal on this slate for tournaments, and in cash, because you guys know. But the Brooklyn player is going to be paced up here. Houston's playing really fast, so the Brooklyn players, I know outside of Kyrie and LeVert, it could be a little complicated, but we may want to dig in a little bit tomorrow and just kind of see what we can grab. There's a lot of pieces. The only guys are going to do their part for sure, Kyrie and LeVert. But we got some digging to do in this game, I think. Yes, we do. The next interesting situation is, here's the other thing. Right out the gate, right at lock. One of the three first games that are tipping off at 7 p.m. Eastern, Houston, Brooklyn. So right out the gate. Not going to lie, it makes me want to look for an excuse to go underweight. Just saying. We'll see how I feel tomorrow. The Golden State San Antonio game is the late night hammer. We know Steph Curry is out. It's a back-to-back for San Antonio, who's currently playing the Clippers. And we know that Golden State, even with Steph Curry, has looked awful. And now they don't have Steph Curry. They are underdogs going into the game. This is this game with the 225 total, second highest. We'll have to see if San Antonio decides to rest anybody. We know DeJounte Murray did play in this game. Curious on how they approach him with a back-to-back, being that he's been on a minutes limitation around 24 minutes anyway. But the Golden State side is going to be the next, I guess, optimal to look at. We know D'Angelo Russell should see a lot of point guard minutes and extended usage while he's on the court. We know Draymond Green, same thing with him. He's been playing center. They could do that again, potentially. And, we've seen him, even with Curry there, pick up, have the offense kind of run through him and have him get assists and all those wonderful stats. You've also seen him really suck like he did against Phoenix. But kind of like we saw Miami today, right? Like when a high usage player goes out, that usage is going to get distributed. And the minutes are going to be distributed throughout the rest of the team. I would imagine there's a ton of value for Golden State. You're just going to have to fight through to see who's actually playing. Damian Lee, in a game where Curry got hurt, only got 11 minutes. Poole only got 21, but at least he was productive in his. Was pretty aggressive, shot terribly, 2 for 8, but was at least aggressive. Paschal is priced up. He played 38 minutes, and he did do well, but if you look at his peripherals, there wasn't a ton. He had 2 blocks and a steal, 3 rebounds, 6 for 6 at the free throw line, which was clutch, but only took 9 actual shots across 38 minutes. So, with him being so expensive, want to consider these things. Alec Burks is 4K. I would imagine he gets some time running the offense as well. He only played 18 minutes. He's been out. Not quite sure what to expect on a minute expectation level. And then there's this Kai Bowman dude who DraftKings decided to price up to 4-4 after being min-priced. He got 12 minutes on the court against Phoenix. Got 3 steals, ended up with 18. Pretty crazy. But again, even in a game with Steph Curry out, he played 12 minutes. So what did Curry actually? Curry did play 21, so there are 21 additional minutes that have to go somewhere. So point being, tomorrow at the Wise Take Nation, that's going to be something we have to dig through tomorrow and try to figure it out. The late night hammers are typically lower owned. Number one, people don't have the news they're waiting for a lot, so they don't feel comfortable taking those chances. Number two, there is an East Coast bias, right? People don't want to wait. They're impatient. They'd rather sweat their teams as soon as they get out of work, as soon as they get home. And so because of that, and probably more so about the news, you end up seeing the earlier games with a lot more ownership, which is why I think that Brooklyn Rockets game is going to be crazy high owned, probably even higher owned than the Washington Rockets game. On the Spurs side of this game too, if we see somebody sit, DeJounte Murray, anybody, again, usage bumps around. One other thing to be mindful of, this Detroit situation. So this kind of stood out to me. I'm not going to talk about all the games. I'm just kind of picking out a few spots that I thought were interesting. But this Detroit game, we know centers are horrible, or just destroy Chicago. We saw Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson both just dust these dudes. And that puts Drummond in a really good situation. He's 9,500. We know we've seen increased usage from him. The rebounds have been there. He's just a monster. So we know that he's a solid play. For tournament life, Narrative Street, Derrick Rose returns home to Chicago. And you can see Derrick Rose has been really good. He only played 21 minutes against Toronto and still went for 31. We expect him to get anywhere from 25 to 27 minutes. That's the expectation. If this game is close, he's probable. And we know his usage is massive when he's been on the court. He's been coming off the bench, so getting a lot of time without Drummond out there. And, in most situations, he's been closing where it's called for it. Reggie Jackson, I believe, still out. Did not travel with the team. So, another interesting factor. Real quick, Malcolm Brogdon. Those of you who subscribe know Malcolm Brogdon was listed in my article. I came off of him a little more. Initially I had like 50% of him. I came all the way down to 30 because with Kawhi out, I decided to bump up Lou Williams, which was a disaster because they got blown out and weren't even trying. And hindsight, it was a big mistake. Malcolm Brogdon is priced at 8.8, and that's where he should be the way he's playing. Just super consistently with double-digit assists. Lately, he's been grabbing boards. Double-digit shot attempts, and he's, finding ways to get it done, getting free throws. He's playing really well. He's a triple-double threat. Cleveland is a nut matchup. They're terrible against guards. They always have been. Wing players destroy them. You could be Lamb. There's other guys that could take it away, Warren. But I just wanted to point out Brogdon's price and what this man is doing, how good he really is. And I did get something wrong. I believe I said he was from Virginia Tech, and I was wrong on that. He's from Virginia. So shout out to you for hooking it up and let me know. Made a mistake. Appreciate you. So there's a lot going on. Pretty good slate. Come check us out at wisec.com to see how we end up handling it. We offer articles. We have a slate breakdown article that covers cash games and tournaments. We have a FanDuel cheat sheet with cash game plays highlighted, GPP cores. Really easy way to build teams just using the cheat sheets. We have one for DraftKings as well. I do a core article where I kind of go over my core in my, the players that I'm going to have the most exposure to. When I get it right, it's phenomenal, and I have a really good shot to take something down. But every now and again, when you're wrong, you're just going to have a shitty day, and the last 2 days for me were rough. So looking once again for a pretty strong. I'm exaggerating a little bit. They weren't that bad. I just feel like missed opportunity. They really weren't that bad. I just missed opportunity. That bothers me. I'm competitive. But yeah, come check us out at yc.com. We are a DFS premium content provider. We're a DFS community. Our goal is to help make you a better player. It's not about, we don't give lineups or anything like that. We're here to help those of you that want to play but don't have the time to do all the research and recognize the optimal plays. But we also, for those of you that do have the time and are willing to put the effort in, we're willing to help you and try to explain the game to you and make it so that you understand it and you're just a better player overall. So either way, our goal, bottom line, is to make you a better player, and you will be a better player with the Wisec Nation. You can get a day pass, try the content for $2.50. You'll get access to all the NBA content. Only thing you don't get is the Slack chat, which I do recommend. Is for monthly members or higher. So try it with a day pass. Once you see what it is, save yourself some money. Sign up for the monthly option, and you'll get into the Slack. Talk it up with some of our other members we have some of the smartest members in the game, man. We really do. We have some of the smartest DFS players in the game as members. Not even analysts, as members. But yeah, come mix it up. With that said, I think it's time to get up out of here. This is the last show for this week. We will catch you guys on probably Sunday night. Probably, we'll see. Maybe. Everybody else, happy November, and good luck in NFL this week. NFL Week 9 is here. We have a first look video as well as an NFL midweek podcast up for NFL right on the channel. Go check it out. Go do dirties. And that's going to do it for myself. The entire Wisec Nation, as always, good luck.
Yes.